Hello everyone, Nick's here, and this is going to be my February 2015 entry for the farm contest. This contest is for the WOTC server, WOTC standing for Wrath of the Chickens. You can find us on the web at mcwotc.net if you wish. We'll be starting off at my place, where I reside in the game, most of the time, AFK, and we're going to take a mine track down to the farm, which is built for this contest. Chugga, 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 choo choo! We're going to take this rail all the way down, which goes directly to the farm. The farm's also going to have a sign once we arrive, telling us where we are at. As you can see, the sign states we are at the WOTC Soup Kitchen. Yes, everyone, this server now has a soup kitchen, so all of you hungry souls out there, feel free to come in and get fed. There are multiple entrances into the soup kitchen, one of them being the rail track we just took, the other being steps down from my place, and the other one coming from outside. As you can see, it's easily accessible for everyone to use. We are in an area where there are multiple people out here, so even when I'm not online, the farm does function and everyone who chooses to can come and use it. This farm is not too complicated and was mainly built for the aesthetics, so let's go around and take a look, see what's here. First up, as you see, we have the scenic area, with a little bit of seating over here. Our next stop is going to be the main lobby area, where, if you read the sign, says, if you are waiting on a party, please wait here. Well, it seems I'm forever alone, so let's see what else is here. Children 12 and under eat free every day. It's a joke. I hope you get it. Next we have watch your food grow. Sounds like it might be entertaining. Next we have you must be at least this high to enter. So let's measure up and make sure I'm tall enough to enter the observation area, which it looks like I am. So next stop is our observation area, which leads to where the farm is actually located. And beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful. This harvester only cycles every 4 days to give our shrooms time to propagate. Eating some shrooms can seriously give you a trip. And of course, naturally, we do have the best. And yes, we are operating legally. We do have a license for these mushrooms. And of course, I can have these shrooms because my doctor has prescribed them to me. Although my note is illegible and written in crayon. And our last sign is just that of general excitement. Mushrooms! Over 1,000 iron ingots were used in the hopper construction alone. That was quite a task, and emptied out my reserves of iron. So let's go through the line now. Again, this is all aesthetic, and line forms here. Soup kitchen is BYOB. Bring your own bowl. Either that or no soup for you. By default, all of our soups are served cold. You can get the ingredients by getting in the dispenser and just grabbing what you want to eat. The mushrooms in the dispensers are where all the mushrooms from the farm are automatically harvested to. The soup of the day is, of course, mushroom. And the only soup served daily is, again, mushroom. As you can see, these dispensers collect quite a bit of harvested mushrooms, and you only need one of each kind to make a bowl of soup. And of course we have some natural spring water, which you can drink to wash your soup down with. Just dip your glass in for something good to drink. Now this next part is for those who wish to have hot soup. First you have to make your soup, of course, and once you make your soup, just throw it on in. It'll warm right up. Now some of us are clumsy, more clumsy than others, so it might take us a few attempts. Once you throw it in though, you'll know it's cooking because it'll be vibrating from the heat, let's say. Okay, I kind of lost my bowl there for a minute. Okay, cook, 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 cook. Okay, I think it's about done. So we'll just walk up there and grab the bowl back out. Now that's nice and heated up, and we have hot soup. Now, everyone should remember that cleanliness is next to godliness. So, before eating, we shall wash our hands, be sure they're nice and clean. At the end of this queue line, we have a bowl disposal. When you're finished eating, you can come up here and drop your bowl off. Now we are all set. We have our soup, something to drink, and we have clean hands. We can then go over to our main seating area where we can chow down. So that is the main part of the farm, all the aesthetics. Now we'll go behind the scenes and I'll show you exactly how it's made and what is being done. So once through this door, we are now in the maintenance area. This is directly behind our dispensers, and this is where our hopper system is. Again, there was over 1,000 iron ingots that went into this hopper system. Hopper system is very basic. It's nothing more than a conveyor system where all the mushrooms are dropped into the hoppers, gathered, and the hoppers push all the mushrooms to the front to the dispensers. On the side over here, in this wall, is our stairway. The stairway goes through all 3 levels of our farm. The first level being the hopper system, second level being the farm, and the 3rd level being our redstone. Now we are on the 2nd floor, which is the farm. This is the area you see through the observation, through the glass when you're looking in. Now you can see the mushrooms are surrounded by hoppers. The mushrooms which are surrounded by hoppers stay there. They are never collected. They are only used to propagate the farm. Everything outside of the hoppers is washed in and collected when this farm activates. Now we'll take a trip up to the 3rd floor and I will show you the redstone, which is the driving power for this farm. Oh, and instead of the stairway, there's also a ladder which goes only to the maintenance areas, the 1st and the 3rd floor. Now back up the ladder we go. There is a manual button here which is used for testing purposes. This button, however, only works during the night because the system is charged by a daylight sensor. The system activates twice daily, once when the daylight sensor powers the system, and again when there is no power from the daylight sensor and the system is discharged. Upon being powered and again upon being unpowered, this first set of pistons will push this redstone block around in rotation, delivering only a signal once every full cycle to the remainder of the system. The second set of pistons works exactly the same way, works from the first set of pistons, and is a delay before powering the main system to release water. Since we do not wish our mycelium to turn back to dirt, we do not want the water on the ground longer than needed. Therefore, this redstone repeater delay will send a signal turning the system back off after a few seconds. Now I know this design doesn't look like much, it's not overly complicated. Other people might comment on other better ways to perform this task, but I usually use redstone, which I understand. That way when I need to make changes, if ever I need to, I know exactly what's going on with the system that was built, and I can make whatever changes are required. As you can see over here, this piston is keeping this glowstone block in place containing the water behind it. When the system is charged, it uncharges this area of pistons, pulling the glowstone block back, releasing the water onto the farm below. And up here is where you can see where the glowstone block is pulled back and where the water is released. How about we give you a look at how this farm works when it's running. Again, I'll have to do this manually since it only activates for a few seconds every couple of days. So to do this, I'll first remove this charged piece of redstone. This is where the system keeps its charge for all the pistons, which keep the water in place. And we'll go down and see the farm in action. And where am I going? This ladder only goes from level 1 to 3 and skips level 2. Okay, let's go this other way. As you might notice, all the glowstone blocks are pulled back. The water which was contained is being released down onto the farm currently. You'll notice that, as stated before, the mushrooms in the middle of the hoppers are not affected. They will stay even with the water released. Only all the mushrooms which have spread are gathered into the hopper system. Pretty nifty, right? This means that there is never, ever, ever a need to replant the mushrooms. Now I'm going to head back up here and I'll show you this rotation of these redstone blocks, which is how I get my every couple of days cycle out of the system. I can't do this right now with the button because the daylight sensor is sending a signal. So I'll just do this by removing and placing a piece of redstone on the system. That way you can see how the block rotations affect the system, how it affects the pistons holding the water. You can basically see how it gets its every couple of days functionality out of it instead of being a every single day type of thing. Again, mushrooms spread slowly, so we wish to have them spread over the course of a couple days. That way they propagate a large area over just having a spread of 1 or 2. And this is my farm. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and please vote for me on WOTC. Yes, vote for me, Nix, voiding Nix.